Hello YouTube, it is Championdjk coming at you yet again with another weekly episode, and we'll consider this, I guess, the Christmas episode, since this will be the last episode before Christmas, the Saturday before Christmas Eve. I got some cool stuff to show you, as usual, but first, a quick announcement. We got some mail here, actually, and I didn't even take it apart yet, but if you recognize the back of this, you know what this is? Can you read it? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Mascar Displays. Mascar Displays is back in business. So you guys may or may not know, but I have a ton of these all over my room. Not back here, but on each side of the wall. Actually, 3 sides out of the 4 sides of the wall are donned by Mascar Displays. And they sent me a couple of new ones in black. So they were out of business for a little while, and now they're back in business. I'm going to put an order affiliate link down in the comments if you do decide you want some of these to display your die-cast. I highly recommend them. I have them all over my room, like I said. I got peanuts all over the room, too. This is a clear cover for one. So they come with a clear plastic cover. They sent me what looks like 2 displays. I'll just pull the cover off of the other one. And then this is the display itself. I have, let's see here, what's top, what's bottom? This is the top right here. So this is what they look like. They're very, very cool. I like them. They fit 65 cars each. They stack really nice for shipping. So I got 2 of them here actually. They fit pretty much anything that you want to put in them. Whoa, almost fell off my chair here. Whoa. All right, so I just wanted to grab something as an example really quick. So, see that? That's a big Racing Champions. It's a long car. That would not fit in the space of a carny. It would not fit in a Plano case, but it will fit in here. You can fit the big truck castings from Auto World. So I use these to store all my Auto World, or to display all my Auto World on the wall. I don't know what I'm going to do with these 2 because I'm like out of wall space. I'm going to have to find some place to put this. I have a clear Mascar display case that I might replace with one of the black ones. I'm not sure yet, but I will put my affiliate link down in the comments below. For now, this is just an announcement, basically just telling you, hey, these guys are back in business under new ownership. Sadly, the inventor of these cases, the person who last owned this business, passed away probably a little over a year ago, something like that. Sadly, so, but now his son sold the business, they got new ownership, and they are out there pumping out cases for y'all. So, very cool case. It's my favorite display case for die-cast. It's kind of unique in the way that it looks, in the way that it's shaped. You can get them in black, white. I don't know if they still sell them in clear. You might be able to get them in clear as well if you like your wall color to shine through. Just really neat and pretty economical too. I really enjoy them, and I have them, like I said, all over this room, which I'll show you in between segments here. I'll show you all mine on the wall, and I'll show you how I have them laid out. So stay tuned for that. But again, check out the affiliate link in the comments below. Also, I'll pin a comment, and I'll put it in the description as well. All right, on to the die-cast. I got a bunch of stuff to show. We got this that I found in store. It's the Jay Leno diorama piece. From Hot Wheels. The only reason why I really picked up this is because I wanted that Mercedes-Benz car carrier thing. I think that's just the coolest thing. So we're going to check that out. We'll open up that. We'll check out the other 3 vehicles in there. We got the tank car. Not everybody's favorite, but that's in there. There's a Mustang and a Ford GT. So pretty cool. We got those. We've got the weird stuff from Jay. Yep, always. So every week, you know, we're going to be showing something weird. So we got a Motor World car, Greenlight Motor World Ford Fusion. Pretty neat. Kind of goes with our little Ford set over here. Well, besides the Mercedes and the tank car. We got a Ertl Replica Series 83 T-Bird. That thing's just falling out of the blister. No big deal. You know I'm going to open it anyway. And then we've got a mystery. It says it's a Stinger. I don't know what it is. It's probably some really goofy looking casting that he thought was hilarious and wanted me to open up on camera. So we're going to go ahead and do that. What else did I get? Well, I had a monthly meet. I had a monthly meet, diecast meet, and I did pick up a couple of things there, and I think I picked out a few of those items to show. I snagged one of these. They had it at a price I couldn't resist, and I added one of these to collection. I didn't get it necessarily because it's the 83 Chevy Silverado. I know that's a popular casting, yada, yada, yada. The reason why I wanted it was because it's the Hot Ones. I actually really like this series from Hot Wheels, the Hot Wheels Hot Ones. When these came out, well, I wasn't collecting when they came out, but it says 2011, 2012, 2013, something like that. They were hot. They did the Hot Ones and the Flying Customs or Flying Colors. I can't remember. Anywho, the cars and the designs that are in this release really kind of go back to the early Blackwall days, so I dig them, and I think they're kind of a cool retro look. So anytime I see a cool casting that I didn't already have, and it's in the Hot Ones series, I generally will pick it up, and this was a steal of a price, so I picked that up. What else did I get? I got from my buddies, SC Diecast. I got a bunch of Johnny Lightning from them, but I'm not showing that in this episode. What I am showing is I picked up Square Body and its Ultra Red counterpart from the Big Country Collectibles Farm Trucks set from Auto World. I actually didn't end up ever getting this full set. I'm going to have to grab it, but I do have now an Ultra Red and at least the Square Body from it. Probably going to be the hardest one to get the Ultra Red for, so we've got that. I think there is also... No, it is the only like old Square Body, even though it's the step side. Anyway, Farm Lubricants sold here. All right, so we got that. What else did I get from them? I picked up these that we're going to look at. Racing Champions Mint Chevy Impala Lowrider, version A and version B. Don't see Racing Champions very often. So grabbed these from them as well. They had these on their table, and we snagged the lowriders. And then speaking of lowriders, I've also got this from my buddy Dumas. So I picked up, he sent me a big box a while back. I've been mentioning it in the last few episodes that we're kind of trickling into these weekly episodes. So I figured, well, we might as well do this lowrider. This is a Maisto design lowrider. You know, how appropriate. We'll look at this, compare it to the Racing Champions. Why not? It is also an Impala, but this one is a 1959, not a 1964. So, different style of whatever, but still somewhat comparable, sure. I also grabbed out two of the weird Johnny Lightnings that he sent me. We got a 1929 crew cab and a surf rod, which I don't know what casting this is. Oh, Chevy Special Deluxe. So we got these two to look at. Some weird ones here. So he sent me just a few oddball Johnny Lightnings. Dumas is a weirdo. He's got questionable taste. And, yeah. So it's appropriate that he would send me something like this. All right, so we've got that. And I'm not making fun of him. He's great. All right, so then I've also got some mini GTs that we're going to look at. I've already opened up a couple because I took a couple pictures of a couple of these. But we've got this. We've got the F1 car. This thing is really cool. I can't wait to actually take a good look at it inside. I took some shots of it outside. And then we've got the Lincoln Capri Carrera Panamericana class winner. This is really cool. This is a very cool take on that Lincoln Capri casting. I should get the black one out just to show you them side by side. You know, what a difference like wheels and a paint job makes on a tooling, right? So that, and then we got the Lamborghini Sion in blue. So I've got this car now in green, in that weird purple, and now we've got it in blue. No idea how to pronounce it. Starts with an A. So we got that. And then what else do we have? Oh, Ultra Red. I keep wanting to say Dodge Stealth. Mitsubishi 3000 GT Ultra Red. I've already opened up these two, but I kind of just cut the packaging. So we'll take a look at these with it. I didn't open this on video. I opened these again to take a few photos. So we've got those to look at. And then lastly, just a few Matchbox. Just some random ones. I got a Ford Bronco Sport, a Porsche Cayenne Turbo, and a Subaru Forester. Just some lame old SUVs. So, real basic stuff there. We'll take a look at that as well. So, I guess what we should do, right, is put together some sort of a thumbnail, maybe? You know, maybe it would be cool to do something like this with the trucks, and then maybe do something like this. That's cool. Sure. Did we freeze long enough for a screenshot? All right. Let's flip the camera on. Actually, I'm going to quickly just show you my cases, and then we'll rip this stuff open. Stay tuned. All right, this is very awkward because I'm holding my big microphone here and trying to show you this at once. Just a quick thing if you're not familiar. I've got, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over here of the Mascar cases. I've got 6 over there that are almost filled up. Once that section right there fills up, I am out of room for full series of Auto World. That's going to be a problem. So, and that's going to fill up fast. I've already got like the cars basically to do it. I'm just waiting on the Ultra Reds basically. There's the clear one over here. Ooh, I think we just got disconnected. Hopefully that we still have audio. There's the clear one. And then I've got some in here as well. So I've got a total of, what is that, 19 of these cases. So I love them. They're great. Again, check out the comment below. Let's go ahead and rip some cars open. All right, I think we're going to start here by taking a peek at the Mini GT because I absolutely adore this Lincoln Capri model. I love it in black. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. So much so that I fought for it to be in the Lamley 32 car Instagram tournament, which it lost, of course, in the first round. But I just love this car, this whole look to it. And this casting is great for Mini GT. It's very unique that they would put out a car like this. You know, it's just, I really love it. I think it's really cool. So, you know, maybe you think it's not, it's kind of boring, it's kind of bland, whatever. It's a Lincoln Capri, whatever. I think it's really neat and something different from Mini GT. But, of course, we got a Carrera Panamericana class winner, Lincoln Capri number 149. And now that I got this in hand, yeah, I get it. This thing is maybe a little bit cooler than this all black one. It's really cool as well. Look at that Ford licensing sticker. 3 dimensions in that. Optical illusion. You guys know Mini GT is my jam. I really dig them. Really, really dig them. And here we get this Lincoln Capri all dressed up to go on the Panamericana, which is known as possibly one of the most deadly rally races ever. But yeah, really neat. This thing is so cool. I mean, look at this. Why we're not focusing? How do you get this thing to not lock anymore? All right, let's try that. Yeah, the details. The details. Mini GT is awesome. And this vehicle is awesome. It was a great year for Mini GT. Lots of cool stuff that came from them this year. So, really neat. So what do you think? What's cooler? What's a cooler car? I think they're both really awesome. So I gotta say, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan. So definitely cool. Definitely awesome. This looks fantastic. I hope we see more Panamericana stuff from Mini GT. I know there's not much you can do because a lot of the cars, you know, they used a lot of the same vehicles. But there it is. All right. Now I finally got a F1 car from Mini GT. This is the AlphaTauri AT03 number 10 from Pierre Gasly, 2022 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. I don't actually follow F1 racing. I know it seems weird. You know, I love cars and I love collecting cars and stuff like that. I know really not much about racing and I just don't follow it. Do I think it's cool? Yes. Do I sit there and watch races? No. Do I pay attention to who's winning or what team is winning or won or whatever? No, I don't. I sound really dumb, don't I? But it just is what it is. I only have so much time to get into so many things. I got a lot of hobbies, and watching racing, or really any TV for that matter at this point, really just isn't one of them. But anyway, there it is. Would I like to go to an F1 race in real life? Yes, that would be awesome. I would love to experience that. Very cool. It might make me think of it very much differently if I were to attend one. But had to just get an example of this casting, I might get the Red Bull one too, the other one. I might have to get the Red Bull Racing one too, because I don't know. These are really nifty. Looks like we've got, I don't know, is that plastic? Yeah, the base is plastic. The pod that the driver sits in is all metal. Lots of little plastic bits and bobs to this casting, which it would have to be what it is. They put a little driver in there, and I think that's actually really cool that they have the driver in there. I don't know if they do it for every one, but it really kind of does complete the look for the car. And I don't know, are these true 1/64 scale? I think they probably are. Yeah, an F1 car is probably about as long as a Lincoln. So I would say, yeah, it's got to be close, but lots of detail on this thing. Man, it just scrapes the ground almost, but it rolls. Look at that. So this is super cool. I will get probably more of these for sure. For sure. I know Tarmac works, I think, also as an F1 car. I didn't pop that out to compare. I do have one example of it. And, but this, Mini GT is really my jam. I dig them so much. All right. So there's that. Here's the only one I haven't opened to check out yet. This is the Lamborghini Sion. This time in blue. That. Agir, I don't know. It's probably Italian, and Italian pronunciations are hard for me, anyway. So let's go ahead and open this up and check it out. So I'm just excited about the color. I'll get this car in any color they put it out in, and I think these are the main three, right? That purple, the green it came out with, and this blue. It is beautiful. Very, very metal flaky. It's kind of weird because it's like a satin metal flake, or semi-gloss, I guess. All of the colors are kind of like that. The green one's like that. The purple one is like that. The purple one and the green one are maybe a little bit more matte than this looking, but they're like a metal flake with matte. Like a matte metal. It's weird. It's weird stuff. But yeah, this is pretty sick. If you're a Lambo fan, I mean yeah, this is up your alley for sure. Do we have a little issue up front here with the headlight? Yeah, it looks like it's sticking out a little bit more than it should. There's this plastic piece up here. Well, I guess it sticks out on this side too. It just seems like it's sticking out a little bit more on this side than it should. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just looking at that weird. But this thing is wicked cool. All right, so liking that, of course, it's a Mini GT. I love Mini GT. Talk about it all the time. Let's get this behemoth out of the way. Oh, it's time for annoying packaging. I hate these, actually. I hate these dioramas. I hate them for several reasons. I say that and then I get them, right? Okay, so just take what I'm saying with a grain of salt, I guess. So I hate these for a couple of reasons. One is because typically you get like at least one like repeat car in them. Okay, tank car in this case. I don't think these two are repeats, but this one is. So there's a way to get this car without buying this set, is what I'm trying to say. So that's annoying. The large packaging is annoying. The way the cars are stuck down to the cardboard is really annoying. And the price of this is also very annoying. The price of these things in the store, and that's why I like debate on even getting it. I debated really hard on even getting this stupid thing because I just wanted that. That's really what I got it for. And I know I normally don't get it for the transport. That's another reason why I don't like these things, is typically the transport I don't care for. But in this case, it was the reason why I wanted it. Anyway, the price of these things is like $30 at Walmart for these dioramas. And I just, I don't know. Is that really worth it? You get 3 premium cars and a transport. So I think it's a little excessive in the price department. Don't you? I mean, especially because you're getting like a repeat car. I don't think there's anything different between this tank car and the other. And I'm going to show you my best way of getting these things out. You grab a box cutter and cut the rubber bands like that. And you end up with all these rubber band bits everywhere, but it's a fairly quick way of getting the vehicle out. This one is, you know, and the packaging's annoying, and I could cut the video, which I have in the past to try to get these open, but you know what? You guys are just going to suffer with me here. I want you to see the full extent of how irritating this packaging is. Shoot. You know, if you really thought that your these transports were really cool, maybe you should just release a transport line where you can buy the transport separately. You think they would sell? This one might. I don't think any of the other ones really would. What am I saying? Hot Wheels. I guess Hot Wheels fans really won't buy everything. Those 1/43 scale cars, which everybody kind of thought they would flop, those are still, the Mustang, that gray Mustang is still chilling at Target. So, yeah, they tried. Come on, get out of there. Really, the line from Hot Wheels that I thought I wasn't going to like a lot is the Elite 64. And it seems like lately that's kind of, each one of those castings, when they put them out, they grow on me. And then I end up really liking them. I guess that Audi's trash, according to Audi aficionados, that it doesn't look good. But I didn't buy it anyway yet, so we'll see. Anyway, we're getting off on a tangent. This is the reason why I got this thing. It's pretty sweet. I think Schuco puts one of these out in 1/64 scale, and I'd really like to get an example of that. It's a very unique transporter vehicle. Mercedes-Benz. Jay Leno has one of these for real in real life. And this would be the reason why, to get this in Hot Wheels form, that you'd want to buy this set. Is it worth the cost? Probably not. You can probably get the Schuco one for that at price. And since these are nowhere near 1/64 scale, or quite possibly not near 1/64 scale, the Mustang probably is pretty close. Maybe this thing is pretty small because it's supposed to have a 300 SL in the back, right? But yeah, you get the Mustang. You get a Ford GT, and these are supposed to be like replicas of vehicles that Jay Leno owns. I don't know why they picked 2 Fords to go with this transport. Maybe there's a reason for that. I'm not really sure, but you get 2 Fords, a Mustang and a Ford GT, and then the tank car, which is pretty cool. I mean, there's nothing that's not cool about this thing. It's just that I already have it, right? So why do we need another one? And I think it came even all the same wheels. I don't think there's any difference, but if there is, someone will let me know in the comments and we'll deal with it then. All right, let me get the rubber band mess out of here. That was that premium set. You guys have probably seen them all over Walmart by now, so nothing too crazy there. Let's burn through these 3 Matchbox just to kind of get some main lines out of the way here. We got a Bronco. The Ford Bronco Sport, which is what? Isn't that like the same thing as like an Escape or something? So it's not like the big boy Bronco. It's this little thing. I mean, these things are kind of nice looking. I will say that. Long story longer though, I don't know. Ford bothers me. I think I stay away from Ford nowadays, just because I just had a bad experience with owning a Lincoln MKT for a short period of time. What a lemon that car was. I thought I got a really good deal on it because someone was selling it super cheap, and then quickly found out why. But that's a story for another day. Then we have this guy. This is a Porsche Cayenne Turbo. Another little SUV. Another, SUVs are... as you look around the road, here's a Subaru Forester. These are on short cards, by the way, which showed up at Walmart. As you're looking on the road and you see all these SUVs, and we just bought one. My family just bought one for, well, my wife. It's my wife's car. It's a Hyundai Santa Fe, like whatever package it is, with a lot of bells and whistles in it. And so it's got like a moonroof and stuff. It's pretty cool. It's a cool vehicle. Not as cool as my old Pontiac Vibe GT, but pretty neat. But as you start looking around, you realize like all these vehicles are definitely just looking the same. They all got the same thing on. And this Subaru Forester is a really good example of that, where this is kind of all these little SUVs look like, the ones that are only 2-row seats. They have, even the ones with 3-row seats pretty much look the same. They got like the fender well is like a plastic piece or some sort of add-on piece over it, the skirt there, and then they basically have this like similar or same shape. So pretty boring. It's actually hard to, identify what is what when you're just rolling down the road between like a Hyundai Santa Fe and the Palisade, which I think is a little bit bigger, the Subaru Forester, all that stuff. They just look so much the same. I mean, this looks a little different, right? This little Ford, it's kind of like a hatchback, really. It is a crossover more than it is an SUV. At least the Bronco's got a little bit of uniqueness to the way that it looks. So I guess you can argue that for being kind of cool. I don't know. Bland stuff. Let's move on. What should we look at? Let's look at Auto World real quick. I did not open this one. I did open the version A, but we'll look at it anyway here. And we've got the Mitsubishi 3000 GT VR4. This one in Monza Red, which is really the appropriate color, we'll say, for this vehicle. So I cut the package open there, because my nerdness, the reason why I do that is not to store the car back in here, but it is I got to put this in my little spreadsheet. I always put these little premium facts in there and the factory color into my spreadsheet when I log getting this car. Yeah, I'm a nerd, truly. So we got that. Monza Red, definitely the appropriate color for this car. This is the second store release of this casting. We saw it first in white and like a blue tealish color, but this is really the appropriate color for it, right? So pretty nifty, very cool. Mitsubishi. And then we've got the 92, or the same car, the 92 3000 GT VR4. Again, you got some facts there. This one I am going to just rip here. Pull it out like that. And we got it in Panama green pearl. You got some metal flake there. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty decent. And let's get that hood open. Look at the engine in there. Pretty cool. So, yeah, and pretty cool. I've noticed that's like my catchphrase lately. I've been saying pretty cool to almost everything. Everything is pretty cool. Really cool. I mean, really good. I like it. So there you go. There's your two colors, version A and version B. And then we've got the Ultra Red Chase car. And yeah, what's my obsession with the Ultra Reds? Well, once you start, you just can't stop. This is the only Chase I really collect, right? I do get super treasure hunts every now and then, but Ultra Reds are my jam. Why? Because it is. I've started it, and I continue to try to complete series. That's the way it goes. If I cut this part of my collection out, it'd probably save me a little bit of grief, but you know, yeah, it's part of the quest to get them all. And the coolest thing is my buddy Diecast helps me out with pretty much every single one I have. I did get one of my own, though, that we're going to look at here in a second. So I'd love to find one in the store. I found one 2-pack in the store over the last year, and that is it. But here's your Ultra Red. So this we get red tires, white wheels, red body, red interior, and that's it. Those are your Ultra Red traits. Boosted. So Pretty nifty there. So that is pretty cool. And then we've got this guy, another Auto World. So this is the 1973 Chevy Cheyenne stepside from the Big Country Collectibles. This is the Texaco Farm Service, where you can purchase the lubricants required for your farm. Yeah, it's a weird set. You can see what's all in it in the back. And PBR is not Pabst Blue Ribbon, unfortunately. I think it's Professional Bull Riders, sadly. If they put out a Pabst Blue Ribbon truck, I would have been, you know, Heineken. So, yeah, I would have really enjoyed that. They should put out a beer series. Why not? I mean, maybe people would think that promotes drinking and driving, and I definitely do not promote that. But, whatever. It's advertising. I know they can't do it, but, well, maybe they can. I don't know. They put out a PBR, like, race car, whatever. Not going to debate that here. We've got a stepside in red, looking like a farm truck. Texaco Farm Lubricants, sold here. Pretty nifty. So there's no version A or version B for these. The set is just the set. And then this is what the Ultra Reds look like. We've got the stepside here with, so it's got an Ultra Red body. It has a tinted red window or windshield, back window too. So that's tinted red. Just notice that now. White base, white tires, and ultra red rims. So that's your chase attributes for this particular series. I think there are ultra raws of this release as well. I could be mistaken, but I think there are. Just looking under the hood, every once in a while they hide an ultra red or chase trait under the hood. So you had to peek into that, and nothing there. But beautiful ultra red color, and it looks pretty. It looks kind of Christmassy, right? Because it's got some green and red, and, you know, appropriate for the season. But yeah, there's that. Again, another square body. I know I'm going to catch some flack from a particular commenter that is got a good sense of humor. I like your comments. But yeah, go ahead. Go nuts. I know what's coming. All right. Then we got this. Another square body. 83 Chevy Silverado from the Hot Ones, Hot Wheels series. I like this series. Why? I like the retro graphics. I like the old school advertising. I think it looks neat and very cool. So let's go ahead and open this guy up. It is the metal body, metal base version of the Chevy Silverado casting. It's a very desirable model. I think these things sell for around $60 or something like that, maybe $50, $60. Something along those lines on the good old Bay of Ease. But I got it much, much cheaper than that from someone who was just blowing out some stuff, needed some money for Christmas, and had super treasure hunts. He was selling a bunch of them for $20 a piece, and there were some decent ones in there, but there was nothing I really needed, so I didn't pick anything up. My buddy Todd got a few. You know, in hindsight, maybe I should have picked up one or two just as like trade, because anytime someone wants to trade an Ultra Red with me or something, they're always asking for a super treasure hunt, and I just don't have anything. But we got this guy. And pretty cool to get this one off the Silverado list. I'll never have all of the 83 Silverados. There's the green RLC one that's just like ridiculously expensive. So that's probably never going to happen. And you know what? That's okay. It's fine. So, what should we look at next? Let's actually get through Jay's box of weird. Check that out real quick. Let's start with this. Matchbox. Stinger. We got a 1994 copyright date. This thing's going to be ugly. Just guarantee it. This is not really the best year for Matchbox. Best years for Matchbox. I wasn't expecting that. I thought it was going to be some weird fantasy car, but I was not expecting that. I'm glad I didn't peek before opening this up, because that would have ruined it. But here is the Stinger. Wow. It's a helicopter that looks like a bee, complete with a stinger. That's good. Yeah, I mean, you can't get much weirder than that. So appropriate for like that time where the Matchbox was putting out all sorts of weird crap. Like, this is weird. This has to be like not a cheap casting though to make. It's got some like a bunch of extra little parts and stuff, like rubber here, the feet thing or the landing gear, whatever, rubber. It looks like it's got some sort of weird guns on the front too. Metal body. That's in 2 pieces with this metal rod thing and the, you know, the blades or the wings as part of the helicopter. Yeah, so the design department, Matchbox, had a lot of fun with this one. And, yeah, I got a mint condition stinger here. And yeah, I'm gonna keep it. I think it's really cool. I mean, I don't think it's really cool. Like, it's just, it's so strange that I guess how can you not dig it? So there's that. All right. Then we got this guy, 83 T-Bird. I'll just slide that right out like that. Ertl replica series, 1/64 scale. You can join the Ertl Collectors Club. Pretty sure that's not a thing anymore. But Ertl used to make some pretty basic 1/64 scale stuff. This isn't like the American Muscle where it's like extremely detailed or anything. This thing got roughed up pretty good in the package. We got paint rash, which means it probably sat in the sun and humidity for a period of time, which causes that. Looking at this thing, I mean, it's a neat example, I guess, of the car and of the tooling. It is basically just plain yellow. Like, really plain yellow. Just yellow, yellow, yellow. No detail whatsoever. No interior? Or does it have an interior? I'm trying to look. It actually does. It does have an interior in this through this, like, which appears to be blacked out window. I just looked it up to a light, and yeah, there's an interior in there. You guys probably are not going to be able to see that on camera, but that's okay. It's not much to look at. Here, actually, you can see the interior piece. It's gray. It's got rolling wheels, and yeah. Again, just another one for the pile of weird. Now, the J segment of these videos I really like, because it's stuff I would have never, like, thought twice, really, about purchasing. Well, this is. But it's neat to get it and open it up and just take a look at the weirdness. This one's a 2013 Ford Fusion from the old Motor World line. I don't know if I have this one already or not. I think I might. If it's... oh, you know what? No, I don't. I don't have it. But hang on. I do have this one. This is why I was confusing it. I thought for a second I had it. So I have this Public Works Operations from City of Indianapolis. This one is different, actually. This is, what is this? Same casting, but very similar kind of livery. This is Sanitation for City of New York. So that's cool. Sanitation. We're coming to sanitize. So there's that. Coming to get the Ninja Turtles out of the sewers. All right, so this thing is kind of a nice casting, actually, this Ford Fusion. So a bland car, something you see all over the road still. And it is, you know, a pretty decent example of it. You've got inserted details for taillights, inserted details for the headlights. Overall, good detail around it. Accurate wheels. Probably a fairly accurate to 1/64 scale, basic plastic base in the Motor World lineup, but they did have some really kind of cool castings that were bland. Bland Ford stuff, but it's good to have that stuff in 1/64 scale represented. So, I like it. I think it's neat. You guys let me know what you think in the comments. All right, let's get through the weird Johnny Lightnings, and then we're going to end it up on some low riders. So let's do this. This is from the Hot Rod series. This is the 1929 Crew Cab by Derek Rounds. So this is going to be some sort of replica of a real to deal hot rod. Limited to only 17,500 pieces. What is the asterisk about? What does that mean? Does it tell us somewhere what the asterisk is regarding? Oh, plus or minus 10% random. Oh, that's kind of neat, actually. Plus or minus 10% random manufacturing shipping variances. So they're saying this is limited to 17,500, but they're also saying, hey, plus or minus 10%, because, you know, random manufacturing and shipping variances. I've never seen that, or paid attention to it, I should say. It's probably on other older Johnny Lightning packaging that have that limited number. But that's kind of cool, actually, that they say that on there. Like, hey, we know, you know, there might be a few more out there or a few less. Just depends, because, you know, it's random a little bit. So, yeah. Anyway, copyright date 1997 on this casting. It's tooling number 560 for Johnny Lightning. It's actually kind of cool. Again, this is not something that I would have normally like looked twice at, but it's cool to get one and get it out of the package and kind of check it out. It's also neat that, you know, this is going to be a unique tooling. There's going to be no other brand, I would guess, that has an example of this, you know, 1929 crew cab by David Rounds. You know, no one else is going to have it. I don't know how many more versions they ever came out with it, but it's kind of a unique, you know, piece of diecast tooling history. So, kind of neat. Then we got this guy, the 1941 Chevy Special Deluxe in the surf rod set. These are regular Johnny Lightning castings with some surfing accoutrements. So, let's go ahead and open that up. This copyright date on this one is 2003. So this is a panel, woody. It's got plastic tires, metal body, metal base. Probably screams down a track because it's heavy. It comes with this little weird little card thing right here. It's a kind of a weird surfing picture of underwater, whatever. Not really an action-packed shot there. But yeah, there's that. And then this thing has... No, it doesn't. I thought it had an opening hood. It looks like it should open, but it does not. And this thing... Whoa, this thing actually really rolls smooth. Some of these metal body Johnny Lightnings with plastic wheels don't necessarily roll super smooth. This thing really rolls smooth. So that's nifty if you're into that. All right. Moving on from the weird JL, we've got, well, let's do this first. This is the Maisto design. Whoa, this one does 3 different ride heights? No way. Lowriders series from Maisto Design. Some of the Maisto Design stuff, I'm going to say, is pretty cool. It's not bad. This one's got 3 different ride heights we can play with. And really, so this is a purpose-built lowrider tooling with the base. So, and now lots of brands have come out with, you know, ways to do this. I don't think I've ever seen the Maisto version of this. So the question is, how does that work? Well, let's take a look around the casting, first of all. Pretty detailed. Looks really good. It's got like an inserted detail up there for the headlights. That's pretty awesome. Painted detail in the back, in the rear. We've got some little extra details there. Now, Maisto usually does put out stuff that's a little exaggerated in the feature department, and for a lowrider, there's nothing wrong with that, right? So, although I'm questioning how does... Do you have to unscrew it to change the ride height? If you have to unscrew it to change the ride height, that's not going to be cool. I thought maybe you'd push on it, it would spring. Does it tell you? Shoot. Does it tell you anywhere how to do it? All right, pause. All right, I'm a dummy. You just pull the wheels out. So you just grab it. Pop. Click. Come on, can you get the back one to go? I'm going to say it's kind of hard to do. And man, I'm going to wreck the thing doing it probably. But here, you get an idea. There's the front. Popped out once. And it should pop out one more time. Come on, you said 3. Oh, that is the third. No, it's not. It's the second. All right. Well, anyway, it sucks. I thought it was going to be a cool way to do it. It's hard to do because you can't. It's really hard to get a hold of the wheels, and I feel like I'm just going to rub like that chrome gold off of them. So we're going to leave it in the lowered position because that's what a lowrider should look like anyway, right? So we'll leave it like that. But just know that you can, if you want to, if you really want to finagle, I could use a screwdriver maybe to just pop it out. Oh, there you go. That makes it a lot easier. See if I can get that third one. Oh, there we go. Pop, pop. Let's get it lifted. Okay, yeah. If you do that, there you go. There's it lifted. Let me just push down. Oh, that's really hard, dude. All right, I got them both back down. We're just going to leave them down. Looks like we got a little flashing here on the fender. Anyway, it looks good. I think it looks good. It's got an interior, all that good stuff. It's got some detail in there, and it's a pretty decent little piece. These things I don't think were very expensive either when they were sold at like Walmart and stuff like that. Back in the day, Meister Design was. So let's look at the Racing Champions. Now, Racing Champions are going to be all metal. This is not going to have any moving parts or pieces as far as I know. It's just going to be stuck in the down position, which is really not a down position because it is, I think it's just a standard base. What they did was just made the wheels smaller. Do I have an issue with mine? What's that about? I think that front is sticking out more than it's supposed to. It's kind of giving it like a sort of a reverse rake kind of thing to it. These are limited to 3,388 pieces, so they do have a limited amount of these, which is kind of neat. No, I think that is stuck in how it's supposed to be. I don't know, it's weird. The graphics look cool. Got some details underneath there. We got an opening hood, of course. This is a Racing Champions tooling, so that's kind of nifty. I wish someone would purchase the old, like, Revell lowrider toolings and start re-releasing those. I don't know how you would get access to those as a diecast manufacturer if those toolings still exist, but that would be something else if someone got a hold of those and started re-releasing them. Here's the other one. Again, limited to 3,388 pieces. And I think these things are probably selling well, if I had to guess. So that is just how the base is supposed to sit, because that's how it is there as well. So I don't know how much what I really feel about them. I think they're cool, but I feel like if you're going to make a lowrider, you can't just dress up a car like a lowrider and call it a lowrider. Now, I think this casting actually was in a Racing Champions lowrider series way back in the day, so it might be, that ride height might actually be how it's supposed to be and how it looks all the time. I don't know for sure because I don't know the history of the tooling. But these look pretty good. But when AutoWorld did the lowrider stuff, it was cool because of the wild paint jobs and the graphics and stuff like that. However, they just put tiny wheels on the things, and I think it takes a little bit more than that to make a lowrider. I'd rather you have like a purpose-built tooling or base for the lowrider like this, even though this thing is not as functional maybe it was intended to be. This, you know, in my book, makes a little bit more sense. I mean, it's a little bit cheaper made, except for the fact that it's got the raising and lowering of the wheels. You know, it's not scale accurate, all that jazz. But, you know, as a lowrider, it's made for that purpose. This tooling may have not been, so you'd have a regular ride height version of it, and all you did was change the wheels, not the base. All right, that's it. All right, what do you guys think? What do you guys think about the lowrider? You sick of them? You know, there's a lot of them out there now. Used to be pretty much, you know, those Revell lowriders were like the bee's knees. Those are the things you want to try to get. They're still expensive to acquire. But, you know, since then there wasn't anything, and then all of a sudden now we got a bunch from either AutoWorld, you know, Mio exclusive stuff, all that jazz. So let me know what you guys think. All right, thank you guys again for watching another lengthy one. Are we picking a favorite car for today? I don't know. I'm really impressed with this casting. I like this. Always getting a new Mini GT tooling is really cool. So I guess we're digging on this one for today. But yeah, that's it. Thank you guys. Have a great day. And hey, have a happy holiday. All that jazz. Hope you're hanging out with the people you want to hang out with, doing the things you want to do, and hope you're having a good time, and yeah, all that good stuff. See you in the next one. Bye.